Good afternoon, Kamen Rider fans. It's Kachira, and welcome back to the Kamen Riders Reviews podcast. Joined by my usual gang here of Rain, Second, and Fresno. And boy, we actually have some things to talk about with this batch of Hibiki.
Kachiri, please let me be your apprentice. No, Rain, please let me be your apprentice. Second, please let me be your apprentice. Random Cat, please let me be your apprentice.
I swear the only reason why Kiria is a character is just so we can now say Asumu is not the worst character in the series.
It's true.
True.
Yes, that's true. He isn't. Hi, Shuki.
He's not.
They're fighting for worst character.
And then bye, Shuki. That was kind of the problem with this batch. But
A lot of contenders.
Anyway, we're going to
this
talk
week.
about Hibiki.
wrong picture. It's supposed to be a different picture.
Hibiki.
I just grabbed that one. We're already a little late. Anyway.
Late.
Right.
Don't blame me. I was watching.
No, I'm not blaming you. It worked out perfectly.
I blame the capitalist society that forced the South Koreans to play in the Squid Game. Yes.
And now the capitalistic society is like, we have a hit on our hands. Next season is going to take place in the United States.
Of course it
Finally.
We already beat that to the punch. Fucking Mr. Beast did it for real.
That finally is wild second. Holy shit.
It's our turn.
Mr. Beast
suffer.
already did it for real. We've peaked as rich people not getting the point of Squid Game.
I can't believe that Americans are going to adapt Mr. Beast.
Anyway, so we start this batch right where we left off. Akira is missing. Oh wait, Shuki found her.
Yay. Girl
I'm sure nothing
time.
bad will come from this whatsoever.
Girls' night.
Something comes from this. It's the entire batch is Akira, sorting her shit out because of this.
Finally, Akira gets some love. She didn't get any love in the movie. We've all said that she needed to be the main character since she's been introduced. I mean,
Here we are. This fourth stretch, all about Akira. Good shit.
Now make her a mochi kiss.
Yes.
If only.
If only.
put up a meme of Mike Tyson holding the two of them close together. Now, Keith.
Mike Tyson?
You never seen that meme?
No, clean it up.
The now Keith meme? No Keith.
Oh, right.
Yeah. But Akira has a bit of a crisis of I don't know what you'd call it. Motivation in this episode, let's say. Basically, she just gets the worst advice possible from Shuki and spends the rest of the hey, you should hold on to hate and vengeance in your heart. It's a great motivator. I did, and I turned out fine.
I turned out fine.
10 minutes later, oh God, why is she trying to sacrifice me to this monster? Oh, right.
Yeah, thank you.
Beautiful. 10 out of 10. 5
Yes, the answer is yes. Yes, it is like that.
No, so I mean, I like this because we get a bunch of mentor apprentice stuff throughout like the next 3 episodes. Because while this is going on, Hibiki's now feeling like he's not worthy anymore because he's also being told that he needs to be the one that kills Shuki. Because she's violated the Oni law, so she needs to be purified.
Harsh.
He's the head of the family, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, he's from the head
Have
family.
we known that? Has that been important before? Or is it
No,
just now
no, it
they're
hasn't.
like, hey, you.
No. The
New
way I
writer
took it,
invention. New writer
the way
Never
I
invention.
took
obeyed
it,
Hibiki.
the way
It
I
doesn't
took
stop
it,
he's a lord in the alternate universe of the movie, though.
yeah. The way I took it
that's
is
true.
he's from the head family. So I don't think he's head of the family. I think he's from like the main family that funds Takashi.
Ah.
That's the way that's the way I took it.
And also,
makes
he's
sense.
never had to suffer any hardships, and that's why Akira can't trust him anymore.
I feel like he has. I feel like we just forgot. Like, he's struggled a lot in fights.
Didn't he
before
nearly
and
die
taken some
twice?
nasty hits. but it's not enough.
Didn't he almost drown?
He's got to suffer more.
Didn't he almost drown in an episode?
Hibiki has never suffered a day in his life.
Did I imagine that, guys? Did he not nearly drown in an episode?
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
I thought
Near the dam?
where he had to fight that guy
No, not
underwater.
that one.
Not that dam, yeah, exactly.
But he's taken
Uh,
some hits. I think he's taken some hits before.
Not the Tokusatsu
Not enough.
Memorial Dam, no.
Sean has seen the dam now. Sean has understand the dam.
Yeah. When we get to understanding of dog, that's when we've peaked.
Yeah. The minute Sean understands dog, we're done. Our work here is done.
Damn.
Our work here is done. He said, "You don't even know what it is, Rain."
Our work here is done.
Yeah, yeah.
So we find out that the reason why Zanki even has the injuries because Shuki basically used him as bait. The giant crab monster can only be damaged while it's eating someone.
That's a wild weakness.
And that somebody had to be Zanki for the
Yeah.
plan to work. Hey, it
Well,
happens.
it could have been
That's
anyone,
rough.
as we see later on. It could have been absolutely anybody, but she just picked Zenki.
Who's closest?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
This is her chance.
Personal sacrifice is irrelevant because vengeance.
Well, I think this thing killed her parents.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's why I say vengeance.
That's why she kind of identifies with Akira, but then tries to sacrifice her. So
Yeah,
The
it's a really
second that
fascinating character.
go for it.
Oh, just saying it's a fascinating character. I'm really looking forward to seeing what the writers do with her.
yeah, yeah.
What female Kamen Riders and longevity in Kamen Rider? Oh, you
This needed to be
don't
more than a
say.
two-parter, didn't it? This really did. Need to be more than 2 parts.
Oh, could you hear
Would've
that
been nice.
statement? Does not fill me with confidence given the cliffhanger of this batch.
No, not at all.
On the plus side, at least Shuki had more screen time than Kamen Rider Tsukunomi from Kamen Rider Geo.
What really?
That's unfortunate to hear about Zio.
I remember. I
Actually.
remember her from the Geo 01 movie.
Yeah,
Oh,
no. She had a decent amount of screen. I'm talking about the TV show. So, the Tsukunomi you know from the movie is technically like the second Izu.
Okay, yeah, they killed her, but they brought her back. Okay, something like that. Okay.
So, the long story short, because we're not going to cover that episode of Geo unless we actually covered Geo as the whole season.
We're basically going to cover Geo over the next 20 years because every time we finish a Kamen Rider show, we're going to go over to the Geo version.
Slowly
Well,
but surely.
Yeah, but so the big plan to kill the final boss in Geo is to make her a Kamen Rider because she shares blood with the final boss. And so she transforms as a cliffhanger to the final episode, right? Final episode starts. She untransforms immediately after transforming and bows to her brother and saying she's going to work with them. And then during the final fight, while the big final fight's going on, she appears out of nowhere, transforms to sucker punch the final boss by stabbing him in the back, in which the final boss decides to bitch slap her and kill her in one shot, completely disintegrating her.
Well,
Oh no!
Akira's in this plot description. I don't like it one little bit.
Oh no!
Yeah, so female right. So whenever a few weeks later, because when 3 episodes after that whole 2-parter was when we got introduced to Kamen Rider Valkyrie from 01, which Fresno now knows the full Valkyrie story. I'm pretty sure second you've seen all 01.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
there was some very mean-spirited when is Valkyrie going to die bets going on throughout 01.
Well, of course.
Understandable,
But
honestly.
the thing is,
Was
Valkyrie
5 minutes an option?
No, Valkyrie makes it through the whole series. They killed her character multiple times, but the character itself didn't die.
She
Oh,
physically
she was Kenny
okay.
then. She's Kenny from South Park.
No, at one point in time, she becomes like one of the main villain's lackeys, and she tries to stop the secondary rider more than once. And then eventually she grows tired of the main villain and punches him in the face. And I believe Kat still has that screenshot of her punching the main villain in the face as a screen shaver.
Good. They didn't kill Valkyrie. Unfortunately, they made the V Cinema 01 movies.
She still
You
lives.
can just ignore those. It's fine.
Yeah, she still lives in it, but look what the fuck else they did.
No, they've been a lot better on female writers since
Hibiki.
well, I mean since Geo, since Heisei.
Yeah.
Reiwa,
Okay.
I mean
You say that, Kachiri, but you've been watching Gav.
There's not a female writer in Gap, but
Exactly.
If there
They can't mess one up. They can't mess it up if they don't put one in Gav. That's the thinking. They're
Not
like,
bad
well,
logic, but also we kind of needed one. But hey,
Hey, we can still have a final arc Sachika turning into a writer moment.
but then she'll die.
No, she won't. Maybe.
She's a female rider. She'll die, dude.
Well, so let's go back to that point. Valkyrie has lived. The female rider from Saber just recently had a special starring her. So she's been still playing that character for 5 years now.
Did she die in that?
No.
It wouldn't surprise me if she had.
They've done multiple all-female rider specials since Geo.
Okay.
Basically where they brought back the actresses and stuff. And mind you, the cast is mostly from the last 5 years for a reason. But
I couldn't find other women.
well,
No, the characters were all dead before 5 years.
Yes.
but you know, the alchemy writer, the secondary writer of the alchemy season is a female writer. The showrunner fought hard to make the secondary writer female. So, you know, they've done leaps and bounds to make female writers, you know, better.
If you say so.
Yeah. We've come a long way since Shuki.
If you say so, second.
Well, I mean, one of the best parts about Geets is Kamen Rider Neon, the female writer of that season. She is so good in that season.
I mean, we've come on leaps and bounds from female riders since Hibiki in the sense that, you know, they've learned to give the female riders peripheral vision.
Yeah.
I don't understand how she can do so well in these fights. You can just literally stay out of her line of vision and you'll beat her. She can't see any more than in a straight line.
I don't know what they were thinking with that helmet.
They weren't thinking anything.
That helmet's so bad. Anyway.
I don't have the picture, but you're right.
I mean, the last 2 podcasts we've done with Hibiki, I've been playing around with that picture too much.
It's not stopped me before, but okay, I appreciate that.
No, we've done the tangent on secondary rise. Like, if we do another Reiwa series, like, honestly, Revise. I mean, Revise has 2 female riders that made it to the end. And one of the
good.
Yeah, no, one of the female riders of Revise became a rider because lesbians.
Good.
What was the name of that? Sorry, Kamen Rider Revise.
And I mean, it's also they gave the secondary the female rider in that season an actual final form as well. So like they're improving. I don't know why Gav has gone without a female rider since they've been making a point to have a female rider the last 5 years. But again, you know, we could see, you know, Shachika transforming in the final batch of episodes and probably taking out Jeep or someone.
That'd be nice. But I'm not holding my breath.
No.
You have to keep being assaulted by a cat.
Rain, you need to catch up. You need to catch
up. I do,
up,
but also I'm being assaulted by a cat right now.
Hang in there.
He's literally don't bite the cable, Lloyd, don't hurt yourself.
Don't let him beat you.
You better hurry, Kachiri, with this summary before that cat.
No, it's okay. He jumps off. We're cool.
There's now like a Saw style time limit.
No. We're cool. He jumped off. But
I do.
It finally happened on your show, not mine. That he actually came on the bed and attacked me, showing a bow.
I do like the scene with Zanki and Shuki.
Oh yeah.
It's a neat little scene. It gives Zanky more stuff to. I wish that actor did more. Like I know he's in multiple Rider seasons, but he's such the biggest secondary character ever. Like I wish the actor got more stuff to do in the few seasons he was in.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I think I'm clear now. So sorry about that.
No, it's
You
all good.
won. Congratulations.
I was trying to get him to not electrocute himself. I think that was kind of important.
Just a little bit, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I like the scenes between Zanki and Shuki as well. It's something, at least. It's something. An attempt is made to establish some kind of backstory and relationship between them so that when Shuki dies about 10 minutes later, there's something actually there to latch onto emotionally. And then they ruin it.
Yeah, I wish they'd spent a little longer on that, actually.
This needs to be at least 4 parts.
Really, really fast, yeah.
It should have been like a 4-part arc, at least.
But they
It's
only have
too
so many
rushed.
episodes left.
Yeah,
This is a really good concept. We've got like a female rider from the past was kicked out because she tried to kill another Oni. The
two Onis.
She has magical powers, which, man, imagine if the riders from the movie was able to summon fire spirits.
Let me guess, we never touch on this ever again.
Nope, I don't think so.
I thought not. But yeah, instead of the disc animal, she just like summons fire from flowers, and that's kind of cool, honestly.
It's also explained that she's possibly like 90 years old, but she keeps her magic, keeping her young.
At least 100.
Which is also cool. That's cool. She's like a evil witch kind of character. Wish
I
we'd
mean,
seen
Akira's
more of
like-
that.
I agree.
Go for it for us.
I was just gonna say, Akira's like, yeah, I'm gonna go follow her now.
Yeah, understandable, honestly.
And Zeki lets her go because she has to find her own way. Excuse me, no. If the person that you kind of care for is walking towards an evil cult person, your response is not. Yeah, go on then.
No, he trusts her own path. But this is where I will agree with you that this needed to have more parts to it because absolutely nothing comes from well, you've got Akira soul searching for the rest of the patch, but something should have come from this. Like, I'm going to go learn with you. Oh, I can make fire. Oh, here's a monster. I'm dead. Like,
yeah, like something lasting would have been nice. Other
This
than
needs to be
Akira
earlier in the
disappearing
series
for
and
like
more
5 episodes.
parts. We needed more parts.
More Shuki. Yeah.
We needed coherent Ryan from the beginning.
Well, we got that, and then they replaced them with other writers.
It makes me wonder, like, what they were gonna do with Shuki in the original plan for the show. Like, would they
Actually, wasn't going to appear, is my guess.
Like, spend more time on her?
Was there even a Shuki in the original?
I don't think there was.
Maybe there wasn't a Shuki.
I think
maybe there was a better character that survived for longer.
Yeah.
A better character.
Cool.
You had idea how much that narrows it down.
Yeah. Bars.
It'd be interesting to see what the plans would be. But when we last looked at the writers and I saw that the original main writer ended up being the head writer for Wizard, I don't have high hopes that they had a plan. If Ghost didn't exist, Kamen Rider Wizard would be the worst season in my opinion.
Oh my.
Really interesting. Wizard's kind of vibe based. I haven't seen the whole thing, but I could I could see the similarities.
Wizard has one of the best first episodes ever of any Kamen Rider. Like I would say, it has probably the best first episode. And then it's like you're on a roller coaster, and it's you get to the edge of the roller coaster of the first episode, and there's a 90-degree downturn. You just go.
Without giving too much away about the series, is Wizard the one with the serial killer? Yes. Okay. I won't go any further into that to not spoil it for anyone else. But
Fred heard me talk about it. Fred heard me. So Wizard has a random 2-parter near the last third of the series, where it's revealed that one of the main villains. So how Wizard works is if you have magical power within you, a monster can try and take over your body. And basically what the monster is trying to do is get you to be extremely suicidal. And the second you have a true feeling of, I want to die, the monster will oblige and take over your body.
Oh, that's gnarly.
Yeah. And so one of the monsters, you find out, actually stopped the monster from taking over his body, but he still became the monster. And it's because he was already a monster. He was a serial killer. He was so much of a monster that the monster couldn't take him over. And then the actor turned out to be a monster and killed his girlfriend in real life.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
That's
wow.
That's an elephant in the room to talk about if we ever cover Wizard.
You're lucky I haven't got that image to hand. And also, I wouldn't post it in response to that because holy crap. That's dark as hell.
I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't even realize that whole story happened. I was, so real life, the whole thing with TikTok was going on. I downloaded Shall We Show, the Red Note, right? And there's a really big Tokusatsu community on there. Like it's insane seeing so many Chinese Toku fans, right? Because they get their own Chinese dub of the series, and they follow the actors. And so someone was doing a wizard scene, and then all of a sudden I am translating the comments because I'm interested, and like half the comments are calling the actor a murderer. I'm like, what? So I look into it, and yeah, he apparently killed his girlfriend, who was in another Kamen Rider movie. But we'll talk about that again if we get to that point.
There is a comparison with Power Rangers as well. I mean, there was an actor from Power Rangers that killed someone.
Yep.
The Red Ranger from Wild Force, then he went on to play a villain called Decker in Power Rangers Samurai.
Yep. Fresno,
his roommate, I believe.
What's funny is Sean is watching the podcast while watching the 01s, and he got to hear the whole story about Decker because I told the story about Decker.
Oh wow!
I told it to Fresno and Kat and Chris, because you want to know what's funny, Rain?
Yeah.
If you translate, one of the ways you could translate the Sentai name for Decker, Jujufuwa, is 1,000 disembowelments.
Oh no!
And the way and the way that the actor killed his roommate.
Yeah, I know. I know the story. I was saving that detail for the folks at home because they didn't want to throw up. But
I'm just mainly freaking out because you said 1,000 in relation to 01, and that sets off my fight or flight response.
You're freaking out over that, and not the word disembowelments.
No. You didn't experience 10%. There are things that are worse.
The disembowelment? You can't see my face right now, but you know exactly what kind of face I'm making right now.
I'm so sorry you have to experience all of this second.
All good.
Is it
I
this?
go where the
Is it
flow
this
of
kind of
conversation takes
No,
us.
I was thinking more like William Dafoe. That William
One where
Dafoe
he's like
face.
scared, looking up at the sky.
Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
Oh, right. I'll try and find it.
Anyway,
The game randomly goes on to very dark tangents this podcast.
In this podcast, the gang goes on a tangent that discusses disembowelment, murder, and 1,000%.
In this podcast, Rain asked Fresno, what the hell is wrong with them?
I didn't start talking about disembowelments and murders. Speaking of deadly death, Scorpion Monster.
Yeah, speaking of murder.
Yeah, we can get back to the cast, but so the monster shows up, attacks, starts to try and eat Akira. Shuki's like, oh hey, I could just shoot through this little girl and kill the monster. And Zanki shows up, does his transformation, which is always nice to see Zanki come back, even though death.
Have consequences.
Even though,
And Zanki saves Akira, but then the monster grabs Shuki, and Shuki's like, "Okay, I'll just do this," and just shoots herself to get her harp arrow into the monster, and then Zanki finishes off the monster.
Look what vengeance has wrought.
Yeah. Woman in Kamen Rider survives 2 episodes as a Kamen Rider.
What?
A whole 2. A whole 2 episodes.
2!
A new record.
I mean, I posted the gift of how the first female Kamen Rider got destroyed.
Yeah, you did. It was horrifying. Also, I found the face. There it is.
Oh, you crazy bastard.
We can't get Willem Dafoe and Kamen Rider. I feel like Willem Dafoe and Kamen Rider would just be a treat.
The world would just end if we got Willem Dafoe and Kamen Rider.
I feel I have to point out a film by David Lynch called Wild at Heart, mainly because it has, near the middle point of the movie, 2 of its lead actors are Willem Dafoe and Nicolas Cage.
Oh my god.
I need to see that movie.
Wild at Heart, you say? Add to list of media to watch. Kamen Rider Revice. Wild at Heart.
And also it's resplendent with Wizard of Oz references. Mike!
Cross out Wild at Heart.
But hey, we move on to the next episode. We move on to probably what I think is my favorite episode so far of Hibiki.
Oh wow!
That's that.
We just give it a bit where Zanki covered her face with flowers. Did that happen while I was freaking out over cats and Willem Dafoe?
No. So yeah, Shuki died, asked Zanki to cover her up, and then we see that because she doesn't have her magic power anymore, she wills away to her true self. But we don't get to see what her true self is.
You're getting old, John.
Oh my God, Zanki, why did you take her to the beach?
You're getting old, John. You're getting old.
Old beach.
Oh, hey, it's old. The movie about the beach that makes you old.
Yes.
And also Commando, but just gloss over that. It's fine.
I don't need no knife. I don't need no gun.
I'll kill you now. What an amazing performance for that guy. Holy shit.
I'm not going to shoot you between the eyes. I'm going to shoot you between the balls.
Let off some steam, Bennett.
Oh, Christ.
I love James Roll's video on that. Electricity makes it more powerful. He has the most power to make you feel old.
Oh, God.
But hey.
So, yeah, episode 38, where things actually happen. My God.
The whistle is back. And then Asumu gets kicked out of the club because the whistle's stupid.
This entire episode
he doesn't get kicked out of the club so much as just not allowed to attend the camp.
He got kicked out.
Yeah, he kind of did, because this guy's a dick. And
this entire episode is, hey, is it okay if we snub you, Asumu? And Asumu's like, yeah, fine, I guess so.
I mean, Asumu finally does something.
He does. It's true. Well, he does something. Yeah, that's more next episode when he does something.
Well, he also saves Kiria.
Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, yeah. Look at that. You're like, oh my God, he actually did something. I don't hate this little shit. Wow, yay!
No, I mean he's still a little shit, but
okay, I can't. Maybe I was
speaking of little shits. I'm being assaulted again.
Hey, if I was stuck and I had to, if I could either save myself and Kiria, or myself and Asumu, I'd be looking after my own self.
Don't bite the cable, Lloyd. Good God. Oh.
I love. No. Kichiri, if it was a choice between saving you and saving Kiria or Asumu, Kiria would pull himself up and be like, I save myself. I win.
He would, yeah, absolutely.
That is true.
I'm going to put this cable on the floor now where he can't bite it.
Lloyd proceeds to bite the cable again before the podcast is over.
The pouch goes off.
It is so annoying. Like, I feel like the only reason why they added Kiria is just so people stop shitting on Asumu.
It didn't work.
Yeah, and that sure helped because it stopped you from doing it.
But the thing is, like, did we need these scenes of him just being a douche left and right, being an asshole left and right? Like,
I want to be the apprentice. Let me be your apprentice. I'm going to be the predator. I'm going to be an Oni. I'm going to win.
Dude, can you they could have had so much better scenes. Just remove him.
Well, I mean, we had an entire half a show with other writers without him, so
yeah. And they add him, and now he's the worst part by far, and he's all we talk about because he has made that big and negative of an impression. It seems like.
I hurt my shoulder last week, and just came out of the blue. That's the worst part about my last week is how much my shoulder hurts. Kiri is my shoulder right now. He's at pain. I can't wait till he's gone.
As a fellow tall person, I sympathize. Just getting random pains out of nowhere. That's just kind of my life at the moment.
That's not being tall. That's just getting old. You're getting old, Rain. You're getting old. You're going to
gosh damn it! Throw him back in my face.
And now I'm marrying you. Fuck.
But we get a new monster who can, I guess, make sound himself and
okay.
barriers.
When they revealed this monster in the cave, this is the first. I think this is the first time, without even with the low budget, this is the first time I actually laughed out loud.
This monster is Power Rangers as all hell.
He looks more like a Doctor Who villain. He looks more like a Doctor Who.
Well, that's appropriate because it sounds like a Doctor Who episode. So yeah,
he's a Temu.com Silurian.
Oh, you went there. Why are Temu so everything now? Every app on the phone. Hey, here's the thing about Temu. No, I don't want a tablet for £0. I don't want a kitchen set. It's probably a scam.
I do like how in this episode we have another good conversation between Asumu and Hibiki. Like a deserved conversation. Like an actual,
Yes.
Much different from the conversations from the first half of the series where, it turned into an Asumu staring at boobs joke.
Why did you have to remind me of that?
Yeah, I'm glad they're having real, grounded conversations. Even if they're immediately cutting to, some ridiculous visual gag in the next 5 seconds. Even if I get whiplash from the editing, I'm glad they're at least getting them in there.
Mm-hmm. I do like the scene where Hibiki and Zenki is talking about Akira because they can't find Akira anywhere because she's having her, introspective moment. And then Hibiki says he's not a teacher, where Zenki decides, you know what? Fuck that. Punch! And then
sorry about that. Was just putting the cat out because you want to go outside.
Understandable.
And then that triggers Todoroki having an entire crisis for the next 3 episodes.
Yeah, you're not worth punching. Let's just yourself the car alarm. What the hell is going on? Well, that explains what's been doing that every night.
Rain, are you sure you're not living with the Makamo? Might be the cat one.
Entirely possible. I haven't assaulted twice while this podcast has been going on, so. Anyway, yeah, I do like episode 38 in terms of actually being, dramatic advancement of the plot. And the fact that it ends is like a Doctor Who finale, part 1.
Well, I mean, things actually happen. And, I understand. This, the guy likes his vibes in the original part of Hibiki. But can you tell me what actually progressed show-wise in the first 29 episodes?
We have I'm trying to remember the different parts in order.
The vibe
Hibiki fighting the Makamo that doesn't go down. We've got whatever the hell Todoroki is. Oh, he's crying. He's crying in the rain. And then we've got Hibiki trying to find Akira. And again, in the rain, he finds her. And then nothing comes from that. At least not immediately. Oh, hey, Akira, it's you. And then she just walks away again.
She needs to find her own path.
She found it. It took her to the train station.
Taken a while.
Not to derail, but that Timu comment made me look at the thing, and I can't not share this.
Dog.
Timu.com dog.
That so far has not featured any of the adverts on my phone, but give it time.
Imagine, instead of spending $3,000 on dog, you could just spend $40 and you get this dog instead.
And it might break, and it might set on fire, but $40.
And it might not be real because it's Timu.
Yeah, what if they just gave Shuki that dog? Then she would have been okay.
That's why she turned evil. It broke down on her.
Take it away because you're not doing good enough in school, and it might turn you into an evil capitalist.
It happens.
I kill you now.
I'm gonna kill you now.
I heard that groan. I felt that groan from here.
No, you didn't have to sit through Thouser. That, like, straight up, the Thouser arc of 01 is.
I consider myself fortunate. I did not have to sit through Thouser.
One of the few, like, if we didn't have Thouser in 01 or the workplace competition, 01 might be up there with, like, Gav and Build. Straight up.
Yeah.
Just make it a best of 3. Why didn't they just make it a best of 3?
They needed to fill episodes. They needed to hammer their point home.
We also get and the other part of the contract, of course, is that Asumu and Midori have been dragged off by the dojo, the Super Dojo, and the Super Hime.
Oh no!
Yeah, very unfortunate. I got really excited that I was like, we get to see Midori fight. She can fight. She's got a
you might have seen this in the Discord second, but I watched this episode this morning. I was like, oh hey, they got Midori to finally do something. Oh no, they finally got Midori to do something.
Like immediately.
Yeah, and then 10 minutes later, wow, you go Midori, you kick ass.
Yeah.
And she does for about 5 seconds, but still, she kicked ass.
5 full seconds. Well.
Friends will relate to this. Midori did a top to sole onto the burger.
I understood that reference.
I told you would. Unfortunately, that got Doctor Who cancelled. This did not get Hibiki cancelled because it was only got like 10 episodes after this. So
you're saying that the Merca caused Doctor Who to be dead forever?
No, because it came back. It came back after that, so it can't be dead forever.
And now it'll go away again because you didn't like the reality war enough. Dead forever.
It's not. So episode 39.
Kiria hit like a bitch and like asked him to get caught.
He was frightened.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna make this Kiria's fault. I agree.
Kiria wins, not being captured. Woo! Victory!
But he loses it not being a little bitch.
I love how in this episode he falls down the trap hole. Asumi fell down into where Midori's little hideout is. The first thing he says is, "I'm scared of the dark."
Bobby.
Now, I don't want to mock people because there are people that genuinely are frightened of the dark.
No.
But also, this is hilarious.
No shade to anyone listening who is legitimately afraid of the dark. But
exactly.
It's,
but the fact
it's just really funny to see this guy piss his pants.
This specific character is frightened of the dark after all the crap he's put Asumu through.
And then,
after being the most obnoxious jerkwad, he's frightened of the dark. Fantastic.
And then he picks up the tuning fork and it's like, yes, I'm going to become an Oni. Passes out.
Yeah, it like explodes him back or something.
I was scared he was gonna like become an Oni by accident. I was gonna be like that.
Even the props know how much this guy sucks.
If that happened, I would
not like that. We all hate Kiria so much. I don't understand the point of his character because
even
we all
show's
hate him and are not rooting for him.
The show's props even know how much Kiria sucks. They're just like, no.
No, rejection.
Now you pass out.
But thinking quickly, Asumu uses his teeth on spider webs.
That can't be good.
That works.
That can't be good.
By which you mean Midori physically to tell him to do it.
Yes, well.
This is Midori's save, not his.
Well, Asumu will get his moment at the end of this episode.
He's the tool. Well, he's a tool for another reason as well, but in this case, specifically, he's Midori's tool to get out.
Hey, Denki and Sabaki's is back for as long as they are mentioned.
And they're down again.
Feel bad
And
for
they're
those
out.
guys. Out of curiosity, has there ever been a Kamen Rider show where someone like was assigned to be the jobber Kamen Rider? Like not as a joke where the community's like, yeah, Spanner's a fraud, but like he only shows up to get beat so that the next Kamen Rider can show up and
I
like
love the
look
phrase
better.
"jobber Kamen Rider."
Jobber Rider. Common jobber. There we go.
Let me look up his name because I can't remember all the Kamen
Okay,
Rider
so there
names.
haven't. I feel so bad for Sabaki because I've only ever seen him get beat in this show. I think.
Yeah, even Aiki got something to do,
Yeah.
which was make a joke about him not being Aiki anymore.
that
But
that's
still,
kind of
he
fun.
got something to do.
Yeah. Besides lose.
It sucks, but he got something to do.
Kamen Rider Gridon from Gaim.
Okay.
The
Shows up, gets beat. The main guy comes in and looks good.
he's part of the they literally had a Vulcan skull of Gaim, and basically their whole purpose was to be the Vulcan skull of Gaim.
Middies and walks, Kamen Rider game.
If it lets me share, come on.
Anytime you're ready.
It's temperamental. It's temperamental.
It is being very temperamental right now.
It took me 3 goes to get the William Dafoe gift to load. So,
Huh.
and also probably
I
you can't share the monitor.
I believe I lost my ability to share images. So that sucks.
Great,
Anyway,
We'll take your word for it.
super,
You can just describe it.
well built program. Google.
well, I'm also on Wi-Fi, and then
Does this thing still work? Sure does.
Yes,
Yeah, Frez can share.
Yeah, I
that's a
can't
good
share.
picture.
I have lost my ability to share. Oh,
Okay,
I lost my network.
I'm
connection.
visualizing. That's not good.
Oh,
Oh,
wait.
Visualizing Kamen Rider.
What?
Right
What?
on.
what the hell?
Okay, you can't share, but you can clone yourself.
There's 2 Ethans.
Let's try this again. There we
Okay.
go.
Yeah, there he is.
That's the jobber.
That guy. That's
Yeah.
the jobber.
Yeah, he looks
No,
like a jobber.
He
Common
is.
jobber.
It's literally him and this guy. Nope, that's not the right Kurogane.
He looks more like a jobber than the other guy. If that is.
So
They're-
many.
They're the nut bros. They
I'm
are
sorry, the
literally-
Nut Bros.
Yes. You don't realize Kamen Rider's all about being fruits and stuff, right? So you have your orange,
Oh, in that sense, thank God.
Oh.
you have your
Jerry,
banana,
you can't just say these
It
things
was
during
like an
Pride Month.
endearing name.
Oh,
And now
thank
you
God.
have- now you have your acorn. See, he's an acorn.
Look who's
Yeah,
back.
I see it now. All you do is say, and these are the Nut Bros in no context.
And he's a pine cone.
Oh man, I gotta watch Gaim now for the Nut Bros.
No, that's literally what they're called. They're the nut bros. And then they
They watch
end
this
up
guy
getting-
for the plot.
Yeah,
The
it
Nut
makes
Bros.
sense.
They
It
end
makes
up- they end
sense.
up getting-
That's really funny.
They end up getting Knuckle. He's called Knuckles because of the Knuckles.
Because you don't chuckle.
Makes sense.
Uh,
The Nut Bros.
there's a lot of riders in Gaim, by the way.
Hmm.
A lot of Gaim riders. Anyway,
Yeah. So 39 actually resolves the whole, well, most of the plots. Todoroki gets drunk on red bean soup.
And
he
sadness.
begs Hinaka to punch him like a weird guy.
He is very weird at this.
He's such a dork. I love him.
The goofball store called the House of Todoroki.
Well, and then the shop owner, who he's back, by the way. We haven't seen the shop owner in a few batches, but he's like, maybe Zenki wants you to be more independent, like a lion. I'm a lion. A lion. No, wait, no, you're taking me the wrong way. I'm
a lion.
He basically says to a lion will push its cubs into a ravine and just raise the ones that climb out. So he's trying to say, like Zenki's giving you tough love to show that you're worth you're better than this. And he's like, I'm a lion. I'm going to go fight the monster now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I can fall off the roof now.
Ass kicked. He
I'm a
falls
lion?
off a 5-story building.
But he didn't really lose because he was trying.
True.
That's the moral of the story here. He didn't totally lose.
I do like these master and apprentices moment. Both Hibiki and Todoroki lose, and they end up finding Zanki and Akira and they each have their own conversations, which is cool. It's like we needed more stuff like this originally.
It's good for Buki because the whole have I never had to deal with hardship? And then it's like, I got my ass kicked. Akira, I understand hardship now. My ribs hurt.
Now I've been assaulted in front of a building. I know exactly what's going on.
But we get the big. Why did they change it to where he now needs to speak armed Hibiki into the saber?
Because toys? I don't know.
Toys.
Toys that were never made, but still toys.
No, they made the toys. They made the toys.
Did they sell them?
Yeah. You could
They
buy
sell,
them.
Really?
sell more.
Are you sure?
Really?
Yeah, everything. Like, there's the CSM for Hibiki.
Okay.
Now, 20 years later.
Yeah, 20 years later. It just got made due to this podcast. Wow. I wish.
Also can sense the vibrations in the air about this fucking monster or some shit.
And see them, in fairness.
Well,
He's doing something.
The thing
He's
is,
doing
the
something now.
monster has a speaker that is counter rejecting the sounds. It's canceling the sounds out. And so Asumu was told, hey, if you meditate in the forest, you'll hear the sounds of the forest, and then you could be good at drums again, or you could be good at whatever musical instruments.
Yeah.
And so he sees that the monster is also vibrating like a counter tune, and he's watching the water because they're fighting in the river. And the second that the monster is not doing the counter tune anymore in the river, he yells at Hibiki to attack him. And Hibiki gets that hit off, and Asumu saves the day.
Yay!
And gets acknowledged.
Yay!
He doesn't get called boy.
W.
He doesn't get called boy.
Yay!
Until the next episode when he gets called boy again.
Yeah, what was the point of that?
And it completely destroys his mental again.
Yeah. I mean, we've spent the whole 2 episodes building up Asumu to not suck. He does something for once. It actually helps save the day. Great moment. A payoff to all the times he did suck. And next episode, he's back to being boy again.
I hope he continues to do stuff, and I hope that will
I hope
probably
he
be
gets to
the
do
only
stuff
time we see
in a
that.
wild
I hope
sentence.
he gets to do stuff in his own show, man.
Episode
Like
40.
helping Hibiki with observing the sound waves or whatever. I hope he gets to do that again. I hope they don't conveniently forget
we also
that he
have
can do
Kira
that.
passed out in the Takeshi Batcave room, Midori's lab.
Oh yeah, forgot
How
about
did he
him.
get here?
Why is this boy here?
Anyway,
Boy.
this begins the arc of Kyrie where he goes, please.
This begins the Akira where I want to kick the guy in the balls.
Hate that guy.
Someone needs to just tell him he's a bitch.
I thought it was happening in episode 40. I thought the payoff was going to be that when he went to Akira and said, please make me your apprentice, she was going to hit him.
No.
No,
She should've said no.
Akira
That would've
from
been
the
nice.
first 29 episodes would have. The Akira that hated Asumu for not letting that pregnant woman sit down would have.
Yeah.
The worst change to the writing staff.
I'll let her cook though. I'll see where this is going. Maybe she's cooking.
I have an
Maybe she's
idea.
got-
I don't think we're going to like it either.
What is your idea?
I think we're running her out the show.
Oh, God.
I hope we're not, but I think we're running her out the show.
Better not
Whoa.
be. After that cool cliffhanger. But
Can you imagine if we just fridged 2 of the female characters
yay.
within
Away
4 episodes of
moment.
each other?
And that's the new writing team doing it too. So it's like,
Yeah. The misogynist of the new writing team got the old writing team. Who knew?
Mind you,
Yeah.
we mentioned what one of the new writers did in a novel.
True. Did
And
the
in
old
every
writers do that
other
in a
show
novel
he's
as well?
made.
I don't think they made the Hibiki novel.
Old writers won, new writers nil. I'm just saying.
Let me see if they made Hibiki novels. No, they did.
They did.
And we'll find out next time in 2 weeks just how horrific those novels are.
No, I mean,
I don't think I'm going to read those.
I'm not going to read those.
It's a very good choice indeed.
good choices were made. Anyway, what happens in the show?
Well, this is like Akira's big moment.
Well,
We
that's
hope.
the end of the show. What happens in the rest of the show?
Oh, yeah. Akira begs people to trade him.
Please.
curious
Oh,
show.
Hibiki, let me be your
Todoroki
friend.
nearly falls for it.
I love that.
And then second to Cobb's, it's like, oh, no, I have to be at least 10 years before I can be a master, right?
What I love is how the way Hibiki dismisses him in 2 episodes in a row. He's like, "Oh, you should let me be your apprentice. I'm way better than Smelly Akira. She doesn't know what she's talking about." He's like, "Hey, don't say tasteless things, you shithead."
Yeah.
You disgusting little bitch.
He's just throwing her under the bus. Ooh,
He doesn't say that, but that's the general tone I got from him.
Yeah, no, he needed outright call him a bitch.
Like you are not fit to lick my boot laces.
So he begs Hibiki twice.
Hibiki just
while
leaves.
he's jogging and just
Oh,
bows
good.
and just bows himself onto the ground. Oh, please, I'm the best of the best. So when he looks up, Hibiki's gone. He asks Ibuki, and Ibuki tells him basically in the most gentlemanly way possible to go fuck himself. And then the scene where he asks Todoroki, "Oh, I could be your master. I could be your master." Disapproving look. It's 10 years too early for me to be a master. 10 years, right, sir?
Great Zenki? Right.
I
Yeah.
love Todoroki. I love you.
And then
Todoroki.
he goes to Akira. Hey, let me be your apprentice. She's like, okay.
Yeah, I
Sure.
I think she's doing something here, though. I don't think she's actually accepting them as her apprentices.
I think she.
I think she's teaching them a lesson here.
I hope so.
Because
that he
she
shuts
can't
up.
really
I
have an
think she said
apprentice
yes,
anyway.
so he would shut up.
I don't think it's that she getting them to shut up. I think she's like saying, "Yeah, you can be my apprentices. Watch this life lesson I'm about to teach you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're not actually my apprentices, but I hope that taught you a lesson.
Anyway, episode 40 featuring Woodman from the Mega Man series.
I think been Mokujin for the Tekken series.
And a name drop from the movie villain.
Whoa.
Yeah, so when you said that the film took
Where's
place in an
this
alternate
going?
reality, you weren't wrong.
I had no idea that, or they were going to mention Orochi at all.
Maybe
But
it's a different canon, Orochi. Who knows?
well, no, it's definitely a different canon of Orochi because the movies don't take place in the same timeline as the show. They rarely do.
But they could parallel each other, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
They could mirror each other.
Hey!
Hey,
One of us! One of us!
Kamen Rider, mirror alert.
I'm so proud of you, Second. I'm so proud.
Okay, I can't put up a picture of Mokujin because Google search is suddenly broken for me, but it's the wooden guy from Tekken that copies everyone's moves.
Mokujin.
That's what this monster is.
What the? Oh my
Mokujin,
god!
if he were
I can
evil.
see it. I can see it.
It just is.
But also, I can see that that's basically Woodman as well.
Yeah,
No,
kind of.
He's too
If he were
skinny.
evil.
No, he's too skinny to be Woodman.
I know we've grown past complaining about the CGI. I won't complain about it. I'll just point it out. The face on the trees.
It could
Not
have been
great.
worse. It could have been worse.
More
Could've been worse,
complicated
'cause they
better,
didn't try to
but
show a
yes.
whole guy.
I do like the fact that this is just like a force that appears out of nowhere.
Yeah, this isn't even
That's
linked to
kinda
the Oni teams. It's just like, oh, this is a harbinger, but we're going to use it.
Oh no, Neil Patrick Harris is coming.
No, wait, Jinx Masoon is coming?
That's a joke. That's a joke. Neil Patrick Harris is
2D oncoming.
Also we get a neat little date between Asumi and Akira that somehow Mochi didn't show up to because they've abandoned the whole love triangle thing from 20 episodes ago.
I think
New
this is
writers.
why she accepted it. She quote unquote accepted Asumu as her apprentice. I think she doesn't want to let him down. I think she's trying to do it in a different way.
Maybe.
But also, it leads to a really, really cool moment at the end of the episode. And how dare they produce this cliffhanger for this batch?
No,
Because we won't get the result of it for 2 whole weeks.
her entire end game is Asumu, look, you're a nice guy and all, but I want to go out with Mochi.
I wish. I don't trust the rest to do that.
Before we talk about that cliffhanger, we also get to see Asumu's mom again for the first time in, 10 episodes?
Yeah.
10 episodes?
She gives good advice.
Yeah.
Then Asumi asks the question, hey, am I a lousy son? Yes.
Jesus.
Yes.
No, she doesn't say that. She's like, what's brought this
She
on?
didn't quite say that. Yeah.
She doesn't say that at all. But Kachiru's version is funnier, so we'll go with that.
But hey,
she's nice.
everything
I like her. Yeah.
Everything's going wrong. The tree monster is pinning down all the other Oni.
This is terrible. He keeps sparing 236.
And no way. If you want to talk about tech and combos, we need to watch Go Juger.
Yes. That anyway, but yes.
You mentioned that before, didn't you? The guy literally did.
Yeah.
It rules.
Yeah. No, every finisher in Go Juger can be inputted into a Tekken on a random character.
Beautiful.
It can.
You love
And also
it.
wrestling.
But Akira transforms.
Oh,
And that's
fuck.
pretty much it.
Oh,
And we don't see what she transforms into because it's the damn cliffhanger.
It's gonna, well, she used the whistle, so it's gonna be like an Ibuki suit.
It's just going to be a smaller version of Ibuki's suit, isn't it?
we hope.
What do you mean we hope? It's the same budget.
We hope it'll be a smaller version.
I mean,
of
I
the-
can mention something for next week.
Oh my god, she becomes Shuki? No.
What would you like to mention, Kuchiri?
It depends. You guys want to spoil it?
No,
I think I saw it in the trailer for next week, so yes.
Let's not. Yeah, I don't want to spoil it.
Okay.
Thank you for the offer.
I will mention it the next batch.
Mhm.
Yeah, please do.
I think she'll transform. I just don't have a lot of faith in this writing team letting her stay transformed for very long.
I
Or
agree
do
with
anything
that.
Useful.
I agree with that. It'd be nice if she was like a full-fledged rider from this point on.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
will not be.
that would be my prediction.
She better not die,
But-
though.
I would love to be proven wrong. I would love for this team to prove me wrong on all of my predictions about.
I swear, if she just
Yeah.
transforms, she's going to get bitch slapped and die 5 minutes into episode 41, I quit.
Yeah, and then Kiria gets to become Ibuki.
Oh
Actually,
god.
I win! Yay! The show's about
go off
to
the rails
go!
completely.
We got
I quit.
we got 3 batches left.
Ray just
Dang.
leaves.
Game. We're at Ray. You don't even have much time to quit. You have 3 batches left.
Yeah, you might as well finish now, even if the
Yeah.
show gets really, really
I
bad.
quit. No, I don't actually quit.
we got 41 through 44, which I don't know what's going to happen. We got 45 through 48, which I do kind of know what the final boss is going to be, which is spoiler alert.
Some guy.
Yes,
I
actually,
knew it! It's some guy in a helmet!
Like no, straight up, Frez is pretty close.
Oh, wow.
Man. The Undertaker. And he's the Undertaker with the steel chair.
Aren't you dead? I had another guy.
Yeah, he came back.
And
Geo?
yeah, no, we'll do Decade, which, as I mentioned, Decade is very Quantum Leap-ish. So
Don't threaten me with a good time, Kateri.
so no one wants to come back for any of the anniversary episodes for Decade. Like no one, especially not the Hibiki. Especially not Hibiki. So what they decided to do for their homages was Decade travels to parallel dimensions of the Rider worlds. So, for example, Ryuki In the original Ryuki series, it was a battle royale. Last one alive got to make a wish. In Decade's version of Ryuki, all the riders are lawyers, and whoever is the last one standing gets to decide the verdict. Stuff like that.
Oh.
They're all lawyers.
That's how it works in the Decade version of the Ryuki world.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So when we get to Decade, the Decade version of the Hibiki world is not going to be the same as the Hibiki we've gone through.
Oh, lovely.
So in other words, it's basically representing the fact there was two different writing teams. Got it.
Kind of. But no, it's a fantastic episode, though. I do like the Decade homage. Because I have seen it. I've seen Decade. And then the Geo does give us a 15 years later epilogue. Like a debatable quality 15 years later epilogue to the Geo story, which Rain, you're not ready for another Hibiki.
No, I'm not.
No.
Thank you for acknowledging this.
No, the Fresno have seen another Riders. Fresno has seen another build and another 0-1.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, now Fresno knows what I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah, it's gonna go hard.
You're not ready for another. Should I show another 0-1 to show Rain might have an idea of what he's about ready to get with another?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, okay, this is gonna be fun. Well, show him regular 0-1 as contrast first.
I've seen regular 0-1.
Okay, fair. You keep that in your mind's eye, and then look.
I'm doing that.
Whatever Kichiri has to.
I am trying to get a good full
I'm
body
envisioning
image.
it right now.
Even if you just get like the head.
No, it's fine. So in Geo, the bad guys are trying to create their own versions of Kamen Riders. So they take random people and then they force them to transform. When another version of a Kamen Rider is around, they're called Another Riders. They take the powers from the real Kamen Rider. So there cannot be two of one Kamen Rider. So
okay, that makes sense.
So when another 0-1 is around, 0-1 has no power.
Yeah.
And so when this monster is around,
what's the point of doing Kamen Rider?
So yes, there is another Hibiki.
That's not Hibiki.
If you,
that's not 0-1. Sorry.
That's not Hibiki. Yeah, it's going to go hard. You've seen Kamen Rider build, right?
No.
Okay. Let me show you Kamen Rider build.
All right, if you must.
Cherry, I'm getting pissed off again that another 0-1 has wings.
I wasn't going to say anything, but yes, it clearly does. Red Bull gives you wings, unless you're Aruto.
Oh, come
Fucker.
on. That's all he needed the whole time. Oh my god.
Product placement, yes, I agree.
There we go.
Wow.
So the red and blue is Kamen Rider build.
Yeah, and the one behind it is Firefox.
No, Cross Zip.
I hope you know what's on the screen right now.
Oh, look at that nasty fella.
That's
and that's
build.
the other one, yeah.
Nasty fellow indeed.
That is peak.
Yeah.
These are good suits.
Yeah, no, you can see he has the Gav crank.
The crank.
Yes, the Gav crank, yes.
Cranking it.
Cranking and pulling it out. What
Quiet you.
Yeah.
You did drama between men.
True.
But yeah, no, when we get to Geo, we will see Kamen Rider Another Hibiki.
Okay.
It's gonna be fun.
Thoughts?
A lot of stuff happened.
MVP.
True.
Akira definitely needed to be the main character of the whole series.
She definitely did.
Give me an entire side story with her.
This batch proves that she needs to be the main character of this entire show.
They should
She's
let
like
her be in Girls Remix.
Yes. I
That'd
mean,
be nice.
is her actress still even actressing?
Maybe not. I know when you're a child actor, I think you kind of grow out. You grow up and either you lock in or you're like, I never want to act again.
No, she's 35. She's my age. Wow. She did some anime in the late 2000s.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if she'd done anything else since.
Well, this is 5 or 6, so that was after this, yeah.
She stopped acting in 2010.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
But I mean, they got the Tsukunomi's actor out of retirement for Girls Remix for one episode, but who knows?
We can hope. We can hope. It's the hope that kills you, but we can hope.
Yeah.
Thoughts on this batch? This should have been Akira's story. Absolutely.
It was.
She has a lot of development in these 4 episodes. I just hope it ends in a satisfying payoff next time. Spoiler alert, it won't. it just won't. But I think this was a much more promising batch. It has some good stuff. It has some very annoying stuff like Kiria, just all Kiria. It had Todoroki fantasizing about getting Hinata in a wedding dress, which is kind of hits a bit different than when you realize the actress was dead 2 years later. Rest in peace to that lady. Yeah, I didn't hate this batch as much as I thought I was going to. The Shuki thing should have been done over a lot longer period of time. Like at least 4 episodes, at least. There was potential there.
I mean, like ever since the new writing team took over, they've done stuff that I've enjoyed more than the first 29 episodes. But at the same time,
it's so rushed.
It's still a mess.
It's so rushed through. Like we don't even get like 10 minutes of Akira being Shuki's new apprentice before she's sacrificed to the Natsugo. Not even 5 minutes, I think.
Prez, your thoughts?
Akira MVP.
Akira MVP. Speaking of MVPs, what's been going on Mondays?
Well, I took last Monday off because I was tired after trip, but next week things are a little up in the air. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing. It might be more visual novels. It might be something else. There's stuff happening behind the scenes. Not bad stuff, just good potential stuff that could change what.
Cooking.
Yes, cooking is current. And I'm going to have a blog post up on Canada Day about a Canadian program.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Speaking,
Is that this week?
Yes, this Tuesday is Canada Day.
Okay.
Speaking of Quantum Leap that I brought up earlier, what's going on with that?
Well, we're going to be recording another one of those tomorrow, so that should be up on Monday.
Do not roll the boogeyman.
Listen, we rolled the Evil Leaper episode from season 5, and so we've got our work cut out for us. Oh boy. If we roll, well, I'm not spinning next time. It's one of them, Mike or Sean. So blame them if it gets on.
Mike, do not roll the boogeyman.
If he rolls the boogeyman, I can't stop it. You're being drafted.
I know.
Speaking of talking about other channels, second, are you plugging yourself or plugging in friend today?
I'm plugging the Ultraman official channel and saying that everybody should watch Ultraman Omega when it starts next week. Tsuburaya always does a really good job of localization. What were you going to say?
Imagine if Toei took tips from Tsuburaya. Like
that is the hope. That is what we all wish. For a little context, Toei that we're complaining about is not great at doing distribution outside of like East Asia and maybe Southeast Asia. But the people that make Ultraman make basically every season available on like Tubi and I think some of it's going on Amazon Prime soon. And like every new season is simulcast in
On
multiple
YouTube.
regions, with a simul dub, and it's like all at the
Wow.
same time. So every
Yeah,
Friday
they-
you get a new season of like the official Ultraman show.
The same time they did in
Two?
Japan.
Yeah. So like for us it's Friday night, and in Japan it's Saturday morning that they get new Ultraman episodes.
And
subs.
and like Johnny on Bosch, he became the triple Toki threat, like one of the 4 actors who have
Yeah.
done it, because he voiced one of the Ultramans like last year or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
2 years, I
Yeah.
think.
And he's also Danganronpa.
Sorry.
He's a Danganronpa.
Gets around.
He was also the dub of Kamen Rider Dragonite, aka Ryuki, in one of the Dragonite video games. He dubbed over the main character. Yep.
Nice.
He's been around.
Yeah. And just imagine if Toei did that. I was going to make a dumb Raid Raptor joke. It's a thing that's been dead news for a while now, but there's a series of Yu-Gi-Oh cards that are based off of Ultraman, and a
Oh, nice.
American comic book writer decided to sue Konami over one of the designs,
Of
which
course.
is basically a red Ultraman. And Omega looks almost exactly like Air Neo's.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
see it.
Anyway,
That's my only plug.
So-
What's going on with you, Kuchiri?
I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't streamed in a while. I should stream. I'm thinking, because I keep on coming up with different ideas. I still need to do my Wily Fortress ranking for Mega Man, because I've done all the main stages. I've done all the extra stages. I haven't done that, and it's been like 3 years since my last Mega Man ranking video.
3 years. Wow.
Better late than never, I guess.
Yeah.
I also kind of want to go through all the Assassin's Creed games and record like playthroughs and reviews.
I don't know, man. It's a big undertaking.
Ooh.
That's a
Yeah,
big undertaking.
But I've
There are a lot
been
of
having
games.
that. Yeah, I've been having that on the top of my brain for like 4 months now. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I want to do. Just
Yeah.
haven't
There's a
gotten
lot of
around-
stuff you want to do. Someone will make the packs.
Yes. We need to do that still.
You do.
Yes,
Infinite
Ray.
Oceans provide you with
Ray.
pictures for a video. Yes.
Yes, you should make the pack. You should also tell us what's going on with Doctor Who reviews.
I thought you'd never ask. So, last time on Doctor Who reviews, I made a mistake because I thought it'd be a good idea to give all the guests that had joined us for season 2 a pick, but to do it in reverse order of them appearing. So, second pick will come last because they were on first for episode 1. That meant that Mike got his pick in first. Mike picked the picked Zagreus, which was the 40th anniversary of Doctor Who in 2003. I know what you're all thinking. You're thinking, "Wait, you silly goose! Doctor Who was not on the air in 2003. It was cancelled." That's where you're wrong. Yes, it was. It was not on the air, but this was an audio story. It was only 4 hours long, and they shouldn't have bothered.
Mm-hmm.
It tried to be like really cool and interesting, like how all the previous Doctor actors. Yeah, exactly. That's Zagreus in a nutshell. But
No. Rain, do you know why we picked Zagreus? Because we needed to stabilize, and we needed something that was random gibberish.
yeah, that too. There were 3 Alice in Wonderland fans on that podcast. They were not happy. Not at all. But the next pick we got is from Lena Fenrir Mateer, our friend and fellow writer.
Oh, we bitches.
Yeah, The Moons of Vulpana, which is a werewolf story.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a good time. I mean, of course, it's a werewolf story. It's Lena.
Yes. Yeah. Well, honestly, I was expecting a Matt Smith story, but also, it's a Sylvester McCoy story.
It's because she can't be on the podcast live. That's why. Frez.
What?
She can't be on that podcast live, so that's why she's picked The Moons of Vulpana.
I see.
When we get to that story, she will absolutely be there to talk about it.
Yes.
It's not like she had 2 books named after it, soon to be 3.
Should be 3. And Power Through the Streets by Sean Dillon. And back to the. Oh, wait.
Wrong show.
Wrong show.
That's next week.
That's next week. Oh, my bad. Anything else, Jerry? Kids?
No, I think that does it. So in a couple of weeks, we'll be doing the second to last part of the main series of Hibiki. Hopefully, we'll figure out where the show's heading finally after 40 episodes.
You love to see.
And then we need to start figuring out what we're going to do after Hibiki.
Sleep.
Sleep. It's a good one.
I still want to do the big ghosts with Kat, Frez, second, and Foul.
Yes, because you're a masochist.
No,
Ghost
no,
is the
I
one
want
that you hate.
I want them to get their own opinions of ghosts and tell me I'm wrong whenever I am the only one there that's going to be shading on it.
And also, do you really want to do two kind of pants Kamen Riders in a row?
Think of it this way: we do the two kind of pants Kamen Riders in a row, then it only goes up from there.
Does it? Does it though?
And then
Fair
we
point.
watch Wizard. When we watch Wizard.
And then we watch Wizard.
Hey, we get done with Wizard, then I have no more bad seasons to worry about.
And then revise because lesbians.
Because lesbians. I
I-
mean,
yeah,
hey,
You have to
Brandon,
save
if you
advice
want,
for me because I need the lesbians. Listen, I listen while you chuckleheads were listening to Zagreus. I was finishing Revolutionary Girl Utena in an anime.
Oh no, we had enough Rootin' references in the actual podcast. Don't worry about that.
So Nanami's egg is a unique symbolism for. Wait, why is the show ending? Wow.
anyway, let's we'll see you guys next time then. And hey, you guys want to throw out your opinions of what we should cover next? Let us know in the comments. You should also follow us, subscribe to all of our channels. I'm losing my way to speak for some reason.
Second that, Sherry.
Hey, that's your bit. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.